1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated. We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it.
Okay, hi, I'm Cindy Williams, and I have had the enormous pleasure of talking with Pavlina for Kidz Place.
Hey everyone, this is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kidz Place. I'm on location with actress Cindy Williams. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So, when was the first time you wanted to be an actress, and was that your first choice career-wise?
Actually, I wanted to be a nurse, and but I didn't have academic skills to become a nurse. And I took an elective in high school. It was theater, and the bug bit me. And so then I went to Los Angeles City College from high school. I did theater arts all through my high school years, and then I went on to a theater arts course.
Great, that's cool. Okay. So growing up, kids have all kinds of obstacles. So what obstacle did you have, and how did you overcome or deal with it?
Well, my father drank. And but he was a very funny man, and so he was a great guy, but when he drank, it caused a lot of turbulence in my household and through my childhood. So I'm saying that for anybody who has had a childhood like that, and I know there's many people who've had that, and so that was a big obstacle in my life.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So starring in Laverne and Shirley had to be a lot of fun. Was there a moment that really meant a lot to you, and why did it mean a lot to you?
It was a lot of fun, and you can always see that on each show, because if the show is funny and the audience is laughing a lot, then we were having a lot of fun in rehearsal. But if it's kind of a show, then it was, just in rehearsal. So we had some of the best times of my life were spent in rehearsal for Laverne and Shirley and actually performing the show.
Yes, definitely. That's cool. Okay. So I read that the singer Little Richard blessed you before the show. Is that pretty cool?
Well, that's very good. That's a very good question. I went on a double date with Penny Marshall and at that time Rob Reiner, who was her boyfriend at that time, and my friend Fred. And we went to see Liza Minnelli, and Little Richard was opening for her at the Coconut Grove. It's not there any longer, but in L.A. And this was before we ever did Laverne and Shirley. In fact, this was the first time I ever met Penny, and she ever met me. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, so after the show, the boys wanted to go and say hello because they knew Liza, but to get to Liza Minnelli's dressing room, you had to pass through Little Richard's dressing room. Oh, so they went ahead of us, and as we were passing through Little Richard's dressing room, who we both adored, he put his foot up like this, and he had just become an ordained minister at the time, which I knew in the back of my head, but he put his foot up and blocked us like that and said, "You two, I want to pray for you two. I want to bless you two." So we both immediately bowed our heads, and Little Richard did a beautiful prayer over us and a blessing. And then we went on, after we told him how great he was, of course. Yeah. And then later on down the line, when we did Laverne and Shirley, and it was a huge success, we looked at each other and said, you know why? It was because Little Richard gave us that blessing.
Yes, definitely. He's awesome. I remember when I was little, I used to watch Rock and Roll, the Mother Goose Rhymes, or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called? Something like that. He played one of the characters.
I think I know the show you're talking about.
Yeah, it was with all
he had to be stories. Fabulous.
It was amazing. Yeah. He was awesome. I remember that from him, so that's why I thought that was cool. So what did you like? Why did you like doing theater? What's your favorite thing about that?
About theater?
Yes.
The audience. I like being there with the audience. I think everybody who performs on stage really likes that, because they're the other character in the piece, and an audience like we're doing Nunset Boulevard, and when we're on stage, the audience starts off the rhythm of the show because it's a comedy and a musical comedy, and so the laughs set our pace, and the audience is different every night. So it's the same show but a different show every night, and it's very exciting.
That's cool. Awesome. That must be a lot of fun. So I didn't know this, but Nunset Boulevard is a musical about Dolores Hart, and kind of a story, true story about her. So did you ever get to talk with her? Yes.
Well, we did a benefit for her convent in Connecticut, but it's inspired by the life of Dolores Hart, that she left. Well, it's not exactly that, but she left show business to join to go to the convent in Connecticut. And so Danny Goggins, who wrote the piece, she inspired him to write it. And so the story of Nunset Boulevard kind of follows a little bit of her storyline.
Yeah.
But yes, we did meet her. Wonderful. You should interview her someday.
Yeah, definitely.
She's
That'd be probably cool.
fantastic. Reverend Mother. She's just, and I asked her, I said, because she had all these things on her belt, because she has the full habit on, and I asked her what she had under there, and she showed me, and it was like almost a tool belt. She had her phone, she had her glasses, she had, she had a bunch of stuff on her belt, and I thought that was totally cool.
That is. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
She was prepared for anything.
Yes, definitely. So what are your upcoming plans and events?
Well, we still have we have the Christmas holidays. We have that off, and then we come back and we have almost another month of touring, and then I'm going to just lay down and go into a coma sleep, as I'm sure everybody else is. The other actresses and crew, and then I'm going to go to Kansas City and do this play called Weekend Comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Well, thank you, Pavlina.
Yes.
Correct? Beautiful name. Thank you, Pavlina.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
enjoyed that.
Remember
very
that
much.
show, Follies? I feel just like that guy, Buddy. I've got those. I don't think I made it 'cause I panicked and I blew it badly blue.
Oh, me too. I've got those. I don't think I made it 'cause I freaked out and I screwed up badly blue.